everyone, it's Helen here. This is the ukulele session number 2. Those of you that were online for the ukulele lesson number 2 on Friday can use this to practice, play back. It's really going over what we did. For those of you that are just learning at home, this follows on from video number 1. So, first of all today, I'm just going to show you a recap of how to play the C chord. So, I'm going to take my third finger, which is my ring finger, and I'm going to place it on the 3rd fret of the A string. Remember, we've got C, E, G, A. So as you hold your ukulele, that's the string that's furthest away from you. 3rd finger placed firmly down. Try not to touch any of the other strings. I'm just going to strum that 4 times. Remember to strum around about where the body meets the neck of the instrument. 4 times. Okay, now we did that chord last week. This week I introduced a new chord to us, which is called G7. It's a G major 7 chord for those of you that play other instruments and understand how these things work. So it's very simple. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move that 3rd finger down 1 fret to the 2nd fret on the A string. Then my 1st finger, which I'm waving at you, I'm going to place on the 1st fret of the E string, tucks in just behind. And then my middle finger, number 2, is going to reach over the top and place on the 2nd fret of the C string. There will be a close-up at the end of the video, so if you just want to go through that now before we go any further, just flip to the end of the video and you'll see the close-up there. So I'm now going to play the G7 chord, fingers pressed firmly on the fingerboard. No finger is touching any more than 1 string. It's not catching on the other strings. I'm just going to play that 4 times. And I've got some songs to play today just using those 2 chords for you to practice at home. I'm just going to go through how I manage that chord change. So if I play 4 on the G7 chord, I'm simply going to lift off my 1st and 2nd finger and slide the 3rd finger to the 3rd fret of the A string to find the C chord again. Play that 4 times. Then moving back, slide the finger back, place the other 2 fingers down, and there you go. Just practice that. That movement between the 2 chords is what you need to practice. So let's just try practicing together. C 8 times, G7 8 times, and repeat. So we'll start with the C chord. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now G7, sorry I did 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one more on the C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still keeping the strumming pattern very simple to a kind of crotchet pulse. We can introduce some more strumming patterns when we get a bit more confident with our chord changes. So first of all, we're just going to do Rivers of Babylon using those 2 chords. There is a download available with the video which includes all the sheets to sing along with and play along with. But I just thought it would be nice for you to have the opportunity to sing and play along with me. So join in by the Rivers of Babylon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yeah, we wept. G7 there. When we remembered Zion, we're back on C. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. Great, I'm sure you were playing along brilliantly there. Next next one I'm going to do is Jambalaya. We did this in the lesson online. So there is a download on the same sheet as By the Rivers of Babylon, and it goes like this. Jambalaya, a crawfish pie and filet gumbo. Change with me. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of meal. Pick guitar, fruit-filled jar and big gale. Change there. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. There you go. Hope you enjoyed joining in with that. Don't forget you can replay the songs anytime. I know Leslie likes that one, so hey Leslie, hope you're enjoying joining in. And next one we did is Cockles and Mussels. Sheet on the download. I sometimes strum using my thumb, as you know. I was using my finger there just to show you a different technique, but I'm going back to my strum here. It's in a 3/4 time, 1, 2. I'm doing a single strum at the first beat of each bar, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets chord and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, but sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they each wheeled their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Hope that was nice there. I did a whole song so you can really get playing and strumming with me at home. Another one we can do with just adding in an F chord this time is I Have a Dream by ABBA. So I'll just go through the chord changes with you. We're going to start with G7 on this song. Then we go to the C. And then back to the G7. Now, when you move from G7 to F, it couldn't be easier. This second finger, I'm going to take across to the G string, 2nd fret. So I'm just moving it across, 1 space. And then I'm going to lift off my C 3rd finger at the back. I'm just going to play an F chord. And it's quite a good way, if you feel like you're coming on quite well with this, to challenge yourself a little bit and add in an extra chord. If you're still finding it difficult to do the C to the G7 changes, don't do this one, just wait until you're ready. But I'm going to do I Have a Dream now, starting on a G7, and I will do a little demonstration at the end close up so you can see how the chord changes work. The sheet is on the download, so just follow it through with me. I'm in the wrong key. Song I was right. I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. dream. Hey! Hope you're all joining in there. There is another verse of that song, but I didn't want to make this video too long, so join in, play along, sing along at home. Let me know if you want to have a little FaceTime and play together, those of you that are in the group. Okay, so just look at the videos at the end of this that will now show you the chord changes and the chord positions, and hope you get on all right. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. To play the C chord, place the third finger on the third fret of the A string. I'm just going to strum that 4 times so you can hear what it sounds like. Keeping my other fingers out the way so you can see. Finger is firmly placed on the string, touching the soundboard. Now I'm just going to move to a G7 chord. So I'm sliding that finger down 1 fret, moving on to the E string with my first finger on the 1st fret, and then my second finger on the 2nd fret of the C string. Fingers firmly placed, not touching any other strings, and this is what it sounds like. Moving back to the C string, C chord, move off the 1st and 2nd fingers and just slide the 3rd finger back. And then just watch the chord change a couple of times. Now I'm going back to the G7 chord, and this time I'm going to show you how to move to an F major chord. So playing the G7. This time I'm going to lift off my 3rd finger, and the 2nd finger moves over to the G string 2nd fret. Move it back across and place the 3rd finger back in position. 1st finger stays static, doesn't move. And then if we want to go back to the C at the end, lift them off and slide back to the C.